What's going on, my fellow troops? My name is Xavvo and welcome back to a brand new video. So today I'm going to be giving you guys the best BAL-27 class in MW3. Obviously this gun is a meta weapon. For the longest time this gun has been a meta weapon and a lot of people are running it. So as you can imagine, it's probably received a good amount of nerfs and a good amount of just general increases, decreases all over the place. And a lot of people probably just want to know what's the best class right now, especially in Season 6. This is probably going to be the last time they'll ever nerf or buff any weapons anyway, because it's the final season for the game. And with Black Ops 6 coming out around the corner, I doubt they're going to do any post year one updates for this game. So this is probably going to be the best class you will find for this weapon, and I've made sure, as you can see from gameplay, to suppress the recoil as best as possible. We've got an absolute emphasis on controlling vertical recoil especially. We've made sure that it's got a quick reload, because this gun does have a bit of a funky reload, you know, taking the whole blocky ass magazine out of the top and then sticking it back in. So I've tried to make that quick as well. I've made it so that you've got quick speed, because something I've noticed with this weapon is you're going to feel that you can't run super fast compared to some of the other lighter weight SMGs. So obviously I've made sure to make sure that you can run fast. You're going to have obviously protection from a lot of stuns and other kind of stuff like that across the overall class setup. And yeah, you're also going to notice just in general with attachments, this thing's going to do a great deal of damage, and it's going to have very high accuracy and great sprint to fire speed. So with that being said, hopefully the gameplay that I've showed on screen shows enough. Hopefully you're able to get some really good games with this, because like I say, this is a meta weapon and it's an awesome class. So stay through the whole thing, not just the attachments at the end, but just the actual class setup, because there's a lot of pros that I've helped add on here to fix any of the cons that can't really be fixed with the attachments. So yeah, with that being said, let's get into the class setup. Okay, so here we are on the class. I've actually gone and run the infantry vest. This is obviously the standard vest that most of you are already running, but we want this on because it increases our attack sprint duration and reduces the refresh time, which is obviously something we want to keep on, like I say, because sprinting feels a teeny bit slower with this gun, at least from what I've felt. So yeah, this is going to be important. And something quite nice about it is that if you equip it with the running sneakers like we've done, you gain the effects of lightweight boots. And lightweight boots, if you don't know, makes your movement faster and your swimming quieter. So I think that's a really nice bonus right there. So tactical, just running the stim, Semtex as a lethal. I'm running Dead Silence. I've been running Dead Silence quite a lot recently for field upgrade. It's just kind of cool to run that every so often instead of having the ghost perk on. For gloves, we are running the commando gloves to obviously reload while sprinting and improve sprint to fire. Like I say, two very important things that this gun severely needs, because like I say, the reloading's a bit funky with this gun, and also sprint to fire feels a little bit off. So this is going to really improve any of those little weird feelings that you'll get with the gun that the attachments can't really correct. For the running sneakers, obviously that's going to increase attack sprint duration and reduce the refresh time, just like the vest does. And also, because we've got in combination, we get the benefits of lightweight boots, which obviously I've already explained what that does. But also something this thing does as well is improve sprint to fire whilst using attack sprint. And that's another thing that this gun feels really weird with. When you're trying to enable attack sprint to start, you know, tactical sprinting, the sprint to fire starts to feel like it's not actually going to go in, like it kind of locks out a bit as soon as you try to start tactical sprinting. So this is going to basically counteract that, make that feel more smoother. Obviously there's two pieces of gear. The first one we're running is Tac Mask. This is going to reduce the strength of enemy flash stuns, gas grenades, immunity to shock, EMP and snapshot grenades. These kind of things are always thrown all over the place on Shipment, and I can imagine a lot of you are running SMG classes on smaller maps like Shipment, especially with the great deal of new Shipment maps we've had come out in this season. So a lot of you are probably running Shipment and small map Mosh Pit back to back to back, and you don't want to be putting up with all these grenades. So I think it's absolutely essential that you have that on there. The other piece of gear that's really useful is the signal jammer. This is going to emit signal disrupting placed enemy claymores and mines, warns of nearby enemy equipment. So it's just going to basically make you aware of any equipment that's nearby that's going to kill you, lethal grenades, that kind of thing. So you're basically going to be covered all around for that. Now let's get to the attachments. The very first attachment we have on, obviously, Quartermaster Suppressor. This should be obvious. A lot of you guys are already running this kind of stuff on most of your classes anyway. It's the most up-to-date muzzle that came into the game, and it's just super amazing. This thing really emphasizes gun kick and recoil control, and it also makes you undetectable on the radar whenever you're firing bullets. So I think that is something you absolutely will want on this gun, especially because, again, SMGs in general, but also with the BAL-27, they have quite a lot of recoil. For the next attachment, we have the underbarrel, and we are running the Jack Slash. This is also a very new attachment that came into the game, and this really does help with the sprinting speed, the movement speed, which again are two things I've already kind of discussed that this gun doesn't do super well with. And vertical recoil, again, a huge problem on this gun. This helps with vertical recoil. So this does a whole lot of everything that you really need for this gun, and it isn't really taking a huge hit to the other stuff. Most of the other stuff it's taking a hit to are just tac stance spread, which most of the time we aren't using the tac stance feature unless we're doing challenges, and hip fire spread, it's not too important and you're not really going to feel it because, like I say, that's a small amount of hip fire spread that it's actually taking off. For the next attachment, which I probably should have done before the underbarrel, it would probably make more sense, but we've got the barrel, and the barrel we're running is the Crown H3 barrel. The Crown H3 barrel is going to absolutely improve bullet velocity and overall range, meaning you can hit people at much further distances, which actually helps the damage very much. And also we get some nice other bonuses regarding aim walking speed, which again, you probably won't know you're doing it a lot of the time, but you will tend to peek corners or walk around down the sights sometimes, and you'll feel that the walking speed isn't very good whilst aiming, so that helps with that. Helps with aiming idle sway, which is not a huge problem with this gun. This gun doesn't really have aim idle sway, so that doesn't matter, but it does as well help with movement speed. For the next attachment, it should be obvious, it's the only magazine actually on this weapon available, but it's the 60 round mag. If we weren't running that, we'd only have 30 rounds with 90 reserve, and it's a fully automatic SMG for Christ's sake. This thing needs lots of ammo or it's going to run out super quickly, so this gives us a nice 60 rounds with 120 in reserve. And finally, for the optic, I am running the slate reflector. Now, some people might want to run the new one, the Jack glassless optic, wherever the fuck that one is. I can't seem to find it on the list. You know which one I'm on about. A lot of people are using that, as you can see right there, and other people like using whatever the hell else they want to use, but I would basically just, recommend going for some sort of clean reflex sight that's going to give you precise vision, precise accuracy, because it does help with that. As you can see, it does help quite a bit with accuracy right there on the stats. So yeah, it's nice and just makes it much clearer to fire with. But yeah, so that's the attachments. Hopefully this class helps you out. Hopefully you're going to enjoy getting some good games with this class setup that I've given. If it does help you out and you did enjoy, be sure to drop a like on this video. It goes a long way, helps me out, and pushes the video in the algorithm, so it's very much appreciated. Also, drop a comment if you want to, and check out all the links down below in the description. But with that being said, thank you again for watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye, guys.